and it's Briss. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to quickly show you guys how to fake a full face of makeup, which is basically just skipping steps that you would normally do when you're doing a full face of makeup. And I usually do this when I'm in like a crunch and I have to get ready really fast, but I still want to look kind of glammed up, you know, and still look like I actually cared when I woke up in the morning. So this is what I do. First, I'm going to take a color corrector from my MAC palette. This is the dark concealer palette. I think I'm going to use this mustard color one. I don't really like the orange one because I already have kind of like an orange undertone and it makes me look more orange, so I don't use that one. So basically I'm just going to take this and put it over all the spots that I want to color correct, all my dark spots, because we're not using any concealer today. So if you have dark spots or anything like that, just quickly take the time to just color correct so that way this look can still come out flawless. And I just wanted to add that this step is totally optional. If you don't have a lot of discoloration, you definitely do not have to color correct. I do not color correct all the time, but I would recommend it if you have a lot of acne scarring and hyperpigmentation. Cover the spot a little bit more. And I know they say that the orange color corrector is for darker skin tones, but you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to go by what somebody tells you something is for. If you want to use something else, then you use something else. And I like this one for my skin tone, even though I do have a darker complexion. Okay, so I guess that's good enough. You don't really have to blend it all the way out. So now what I'm going to do, and this is really the main trick to this makeup look, I'm going to, my hand is ashy. I just got done washing my beauty blender, so that's why it's ashy. So anyway, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation, and it's in the color 110 Cream Cafe. Now this is one shade lighter than my skin tone. For this technique to work, you have to have a foundation that is one shade lighter than your skin tone. 2 shades might be pushing it, but one shade, I would say just do 1 shade, okay? Just 1 shade lighter than your skin tone. So I'm just gonna take this, put some on my hand, and I'm just going to blend that onto my face with my beauty blender, and my beauty blender is damp with water. And I know some people might be wondering why I'm doing this, but well, I'll just tell you right now, this foundation is going to act as your highlight. So basically this is just cutting out one of the steps of your routine, which is putting on foundation. So basically this is your highlight in your foundation in one, and it will all make sense in the end. So don't dislike this video until you see the whole thing, okay? So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put this all over. And I'm just going to go a little bit heavier in the areas that I would normally put concealer to highlight, which is just under my eyes basically. And I'm going to go a little heavier in the areas where I have dark spots, just so that way they will be covered. And this is why you wanted to color correct beforehand, so that way a lot of the dark spots or discoloration that you have will be covered when you put this on. And I'm also going to take this onto my eyelids because I don't want my eyelids to be a different color. And when you do this also, I forgot to mention, you want to use a full coverage foundation. So whatever foundation you choose, just make sure that it is full, medium to full coverage, or at least make sure that it's buildable. And make sure that it is one shade lighter than your skin tone. Okay, so now we're done with that. Now this foundation is really matte, and it makes my skin really dry. So I'm not even going to set my whole face, but I am going to set under my eyes and all of the areas that I would normally highlight. And I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible powder. I'm not really sure what color this is because I don't see a name, but I'll have it in the description bar if I can find it. Now, you can use a translucent powder when you do this, but just make sure you go very lightly with it because you already used a foundation that's too light for your skin tone and you don't want to look ashy. So I recommend using a powder with a little bit of color to it, preferably the same color as the foundation you used. I guess that's good enough. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to contour, and we're just going to use powder for our contour today. I use powder for my contour every day. I never contour with cream. So I'm just going to take the L'Oreal Infallible powder, and this one, the number is still on there, and this is 800 Cocoa, and this is the darkest color. So I'm just going to put this in all the spots that I want to contour. I'm going to take it around the whole perimeter of my face, and I'm going to do my nose as well. Any area that should not be highlighted, you want to put this powder. Okay, so yeah, this is how I do my nose. I don't take it all the way up because I wear glasses and I have like little dents right here, and when I take it all the way up, it makes my nose look weird and funny shape. So I don't take it all the way up there. I just take it to about the middle of my nose. Sometimes I don't even take it this high. I usually just take it to about here, and then yeah, that's what I do. Like I said, you do not have to do what everyone else does. Everything does not work for everybody. So you just have to do what's good for you. You have to just practice and figure out what's good for you, and then that's what you do. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend everything together. So I'm blending the contour just so that way it's not so harsh. And then I'm gonna take the beauty blender down the side of my nose. Now all of that darker powder is blended together. So now we're gonna go ahead with bronzer, and I'm using this one from the Covergirl Queen collection, and I'm just going to bronze over all of the places where I just put that darker powder. And just blend that together. Sometimes I go a little hand with the bronzer, so yeah. Now when I do this routine though, it usually only takes 10 minutes. Since I'm recording and explaining, it's taking a little bit longer, but this should literally only take 10 minutes without doing your brows. So 10 minutes plus however long it takes you to do your brows and put on lashes. And a lot of times I don't even wear lashes. A lot of times I just put on mascara. Okay, so our look is basically already together. Now we're just going to add some highlighter, and I'm going to use this one. This is my favorite. This is actually an eyeshadow by Milani called Bella Chiffon, and it's supposed to be just a highlighter eyeshadow. It says highlighter slash shimmer. So I use this as like a real highlighter because I like how it looks on my skin tone. So just add that with a fan brush. Alright, now basically the last step. Oh, well, you can put on mascara or eyelashes, or blush. Am I gonna put on blush? I'm actually not gonna put on any blush, but I am gonna go over this mascara a little bit because, like I said, I had this mascara on since earlier, so I'm just gonna darken it up because I got powder and stuff on it. And I'm using the Falsies Push-Up Drama, my favorite mascara, because it makes my lashes really, really long, a lot longer than they normally are. And I'm gonna just go on my bottom lash line. Okay. So the last step is basically just to add lipstick. So let me see which one I want to add. I'll just add this pink one because I know some people were probably wondering what it was from my last video. It looks like this. It's a Kat Von D liquid lipstick. I'll put the name for it down below because the name rubbed off. And I don't know why I just put this on because I have on a red shirt. So I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm just gonna go over it with something else really quick. I'm gonna go over this with Vampira and hope that everything is okay after I do this. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Okay, so this is better. I'm gonna put on a little bit more bronzer too. Might be overkill, but you know, gotta be a little bit extra. Like when I wear a dark lip, I like for my like contour to be popping. Like you do what you want when you pop. When your lip is dark, your contour has to be popping. So. So yeah, I guess that's good enough. So this is what it looks like. Oof, it's ashy hand. And as you can see, you really can't even tell that I had on a lighter foundation. It doesn't like look weird with my body or anything like that. So yeah, I hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope it's useful for everyone. If it is, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys so much for watching.